Article 22. Cancellation of customs declaration. 1. Cases in which a customs declaration is cancelled. A. The customs declaration is not valid for completing customs procedures in the following cases. Point 1. The imports do not arrive at the checkpoint of import within 15 days from the day on which the import declaration is registered. Point 2. The exports are exempt from document inspection and physical inspection but have not entered the CCA at the checkpoint of export within 15 days from the day on which the export declaration is registered. Point 3. The exports have to undergo document inspection but the declarant has not submitted the customs dossier, or customs procedures have been completed but the goods are not taken into the CCA at the checkpoint of export within 15 days from the day on which the export declaration is registered. Point 4. The exports have to undergo physical inspection but the declarant fails submit documents and present goods to the customs authority for inspection within 15 days from the day on which the export declaration is registered. Point 5. The customs declaration has been registered and the goods are subject to licensing by a competent authority but such a license is not available when the declaration is registered. B. The customs declaration has been registered. Customs clearance is not granted because of an error of the e-customs system and the physical declaration has been granted customs clearance or conditional customs clearance or the goods have been put into storage. C. The customs declaration has been registered but the goods fail to meet certain requirements and have to be re-exported or destroyed. D. Cases in which cancellation of a customs declaration is requested by the declarant. Point 1. The export procedures have been completed and goods have been taken into the CCA but the declarant wishes to take the goods back to the domestic market for repair or recycling. Point 2. The declaration of in-country export has been granted customs clearance or conditional customs clearance but the exporter or importers cancels the transaction. Point 3. Cases other than those mentioned in points A.2, A.3, A.4, Point 1 and Point 2 of this clause in which the export declaration has been granted customs clearance or conditional customs clearance but goods are not exported in reality. Point 4. The declarant provides incorrect information on the declaration according to Section 3 of Appendix 2 hereof, unless the import declaration has been granted customs clearance or conditional customs clearance and goods have been released from the CCA. The export declaration has been granted customs clearance or conditional customs clearance and the goods have been exported in reality. 2. Procedures for cancelling a customs declaration. A. Responsibilities of the declarant. Point 1. In the cases mentioned in Point B and Point D Clause 1 of this article, the declarant shall complete Form Number 06 in Appendix 2 hereof and send it through the e-customs system to the Subdepartment of Customs where the declaration is registered. In case of cancellation of a physical declaration, the declarant shall complete and submit 02 original copies of Form Number 04/HTK/GSQL in Appendix V hereof to the Subdepartment of Customs, where the declaration is registered. Point 2. In the cases mentioned in points D.1, D.2, D.3 Clause 1 of this article, the declarant shall enclose the form with documents proving that the goods are not exported in reality. In case of cancellation of an export declaration on which goods have been taken into the CCA but are not exported in reality, the declarant shall specify in the cancellation form that taxes on the goods have not been refunded or deducted by any domestic tax authority or customs authority and take responsibility for such content. If the customs authority or tax authority finds tax has been refunded or deducted, the declarant shall be dealt with as prescribed by law. B. Responsibilities of the customs authority. Point 1. In the cases mentioned in Point A Clause 1 of this article, within 1 working day from the day on which the customs declaration is invalidated as prescribed in Point A or Point D, Clause 1 of this article, the Subdepartment of Customs where the declaration is registered shall verify information on the e-customs system, cancel the customs declaration and inform the declarant of such cancellation through the e-customs system. Point 2. In the cases mentioned in Point C Clause 1 of this article, within 1 working day from the day on which the goods are re-exported or the confirmation of goods destruction is received, the Subdepartment of Customs where the declaration is registered shall cancel the declaration. Point 3. In the cases mentioned in Point B or Point D Clause 1 of this article, B.3.1 Within 08 working hours from the receipt of the request for cancellation from the declarant, the customs official shall verify the reasons, conditions, and information about the declaration on the e-customs system, request the director of the Subdepartment of Customs to consider approving the cancellation, and inform the declarant through the e-customs system, settle taxes, if any, in accordance with Article 131 of this circular and update on the risk management system, according to which the enterprise's conformity with law will be assessed. In the cases where the Subdepartment of Customs where the declaration is registered receives information in writing about violations of law relevant to the shipment from other competent authorities, the export declaration that has been granted customs clearance or conditional customs clearance may only be cancelled after necessary actions have been taken and the shipment does not violate the law, or the violations have been dealt with as prescribed by law. B.3.2 If the cancellation of the declaration of temporarily imported /export goods affects information for management of quantity of goods temporarily imported /export on the e-customs system, the customs authority must update goods quantity on the e-customs system after the declaration is cancelled. B.3.3 The declarant shall inform the Department of Taxation of the province where the enterprise applies for business registration, if the exports have domestic origins, or the Subdepartment of Customs where the import declaration is registered, if the exports have foreign origins, if the export declaration and import declaration are registered at different subdepartments of customs. Taxes on goods on the cancelled export declaration shall not be paid, refunded, or deducted. B.4 For physical declarations, in addition to the steps mentioned in points B.1, B.2, and B.3 of this clause, the customs official shall cross out the cancelled declaration, append signature and seal on it, and archive it. Cancelled declarations shall be sorted by their issuance numbers.